2026 is about living life under your microscope. Hello, my stars. I'm so excited that we get to sit together like this to listen for the echoes beyond the matrix. There's so much that you are carrying within you that every time you come to these videos, it's really for us to tune in to the messages from the divine, the messages that are already etched in your soul. And so let's listen together, because there is this sense that 2026 offers a lot to us, and you already know this. You're feeling it too. And maybe it feels like you're at the edge of your seat, waiting for something to appear. And it doesn't feel like something random. It feels like something that you had been working on for some time, and you're looking for the fruit of your labor because you feel that it's here. You know that it's time. And so living life under your own microscope, there's one set of you that it may feel very vulnerable for. It may feel a little judgy for. And I love to say this as stars of New Earth, as powerful souls. We do not always come from easy upbringings. And so there is this sense that sometimes there's more work to be done. And if that's you, then you know what's sticking out to you. You know what's calling to you as something else to pay attention to. And then there are some of you who are at the place where thinking about life under your own microscope means something completely different. It feels like opportunity. It feels like excitement. And I'm seeing this kid run to look at something found outside under the microscope. And isn't it true that when we get something new, that we want to dissect it, we want to get close to it, we want to understand it, we want to peer peer beyond the surface of it? And that's the vibe that I'm getting for 2026. So let me know in the comments if you're feeling that excitement too, if you're feeling that eagerness to explore your life and to create your life in a new way. There is this sense that 2026 has the ability to be for us time spent looking at the ways we can up-level our self-embodiment. There's almost this sense of 2026 being the chance for us to choose differently, for us to desire more authentically. And I can't help but say that there is this excitement on the inside, and you have to let me know if you're feeling this too. This excitement that wants to look at your life and your routines and to begin to say, is this serving me? Has it served me at one point and no longer serves me now? Or does this still work for me? Am I still showing up in the way that I desire? There's some of you, I'm feeling this excitement from you, where it's a chance for you to finally be true to your desires, to your aspirations. I'm getting the vibe that many of you have been living life from what's logical. Like, okay, it makes sense for me to take these 2 steps forward, even if I didn't like it. And maybe that served its purpose, right? To get you to where you are. But you know that there has always been this nudge for you to, I want to say, wild out and follow your heart. For you to get in touch with your feelings and to let that be your guide. And look, there was a time when you couldn't trust your emotions, right? Where you couldn't trust your feelings because a lot of what you had been holding on to wasn't even your own, or it was rooted in your fears and the disappointment and grief and trauma that you had been carrying, but you're at a different place in your journey. And there is this sense that you have done the work, you have positioned yourself in your the highest version of you that's available to you. And because you have, you're getting the sense that you can now trust what you are getting. You can trust what you are feeling. And many of you, I'm hearing that multiple gifts are coming online. I'm not even sure if I want to call it gifts. It feels like remembrances about your capabilities and abilities. Like there are a lot of things that are coming out of the shadows for you because you're ready, because you're open, because you're looking under the microscope on your own life and you're getting the chance to dissect what needs to go, what needs to shift, what you truly desire. And I love this position for us, star souls, because it really gives us the chance to see beyond the superficial, to go beyond the surface. Isn't this the point of the microscope? To magnify what's there so you can finally see it clearly. And so 2026 promises so much for you. Promises to support you when you follow your bliss, when you focus on what makes you happy. I'm not talking about something frivolous. And I know you know that this is not just about, oh, I'm just going to do something on the fly. This is about what's connected to your heart. What will really bring you joy and gladness, what will really bring fulfillment that's deep and rich. And maybe you know this already, powerful soul, because there is this sense that you're already beginning to cling towards or cling to the people, stretch towards the things and the people who bring you joy. And it doesn't have to be, oh, I'm supposed to like them because they've done this for me. It's just, no, they just have a vibe with my soul. I just feel connected to them. And there is just this deep self-trust that is emerging for you in 2026. Where you're no longer second guessing yourself because you're thinking about someone else's voice, but you're deepening your awareness of your own voice so that you can make the changes that are necessary. And there's this deep feeling, and maybe you're feeling this now, maybe you're already hearing it, because I'm getting the vibe that some of you have been dreaming really prophetic dreams, that you've been having different kinds of visitations from your guides and higher self. There's this sense that you're supported, that as you rearrange life, because now you have a unique perspective, that the universe conspires with you to give you what you desire. And I need to say this because 2026, as you rearrange your life, as you modify your perspectives and perception of the world, as you adjust how you show up, because you're no longer waiting for someone else to validate you, because you're no longer feeling that, this is what the industry standard is, and so this is how I have to do it, or this is how I have to define success, because you're pulling yourself away from the ties that would normally bind you. It's creating angst between you and the people, the projects, the partnerships that no longer serve you. And I hear the divine saying something special to all of us, powerful soul, which is we're supported on the path ahead. We're supported for the changes. We're supported through the changes. And so expect powerful changes, expect new opportunities, new beginnings. This is something that I'm really hearing, and you can let me know if this is you. I'm seeing someone with like redness on their body. I'm thinking this can be rosacea, psoriasis, eczema. Like there's this irritation of the skin. And the skin, we know, is the biggest organ in the body. It's processing so much, right? And there is this sense that the divine is saying there are some stories that you're gonna have to come face to face with if you want to release yourself from them, because there's a persona that's connected to that story. And maybe you know what this is about. As you listen, you're like, I know what Elizabeth is referencing, because look, we are reflecting a lot of the shifts to each other, right, that are necessary for us to be successful and for us to take our rightful place in 2026. And so you're thinking now and you're like, yeah, I know what this is. I know what this story is. I know the shift that I need to make, but I need to release this story first, and I need to replace it with something better, something new, something more. And as you think about what that is for you, I want you to carry that with you, that awareness that it is time for change, so that as you are looking at your own life through the microscope, you begin to acknowledge that there are routines that you have in your life that no longer serve you, like literal things that you have become, things you have practiced, ways you have been, that no longer serve you. But because you are aware of them, you get to recognize the changes that are imminent. You get to identify the changes that are necessary. 2026 will be one of your most amazing years yet, because it is the year that you free yourself to be who you desire to be authentically. Why? Because instead of having other people look at your own life and give their prescriptions for who you need to be, what you need to prioritize, what is valuable, what time frame things need to happen in, there is this sense that you are the observer. And you've known this to be true for a long time. But there are certain things that we were holding on to, partnerships, projects, relationships, commitments. And so we couldn't always embrace the truth of who we are like we wanted, or so we thought, right? But as you become the person observing yourself, you get to understand yourself better. You get to have grace for yourself, compassion and empathy. You get to also give yourself permission to become all that you desire to be, and then some. You get to silence the people whose perspective and input and influence no longer matter. I'm sending you so much love. As we go through the year, I will come in and we'll talk through what to expect in January and February, and the list goes on. Because the truth is, the energy is always there. but are you using it to your advantage? And so, as you move through 2026, remember, you don't have to look for anything outside of yourself because everything that you need is already within. You are the new earth. You are the echoes beyond the matrix. You are, and that's all that matters. I'm sending you so much love. I'll talk to you again soon. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit the subscribe button. Be a part of the family here. Comment below so I know what's in your mind, what you're thinking and feeling, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.